Right, we're back on this extension of the garden room. A lot of people want to know how we were going to actually get the floor level the same height. So this is where the door's going. So all this is coming off anyway. So what I've done, I've took the cedar off, cut the slate battens back, removed the breathable roofing membrane, cut some of the OSB out there. You can see the base there. That's the bottom wall plate of the wall. You can see that's as good as the date was put in. Also, the Aga Protect floor, and I can't actually see if that's 22 or 20, if it's 18 mil. No, it's 22 mil. So what I've done, I've got the laser there. Can you see the laser, Davey? Yeah. And I've got the laser on the bottom. I'm putting my tape on the bottom of that shoe there, and I've got 33 mil. So when I put my nut there on 33 mil, so when I put that shoe on there now, that base will be the same height as that base, and obviously then that floor, when we put that floor on, will run through there, and that'll marry through. So that there now is the height of the nut. I could have done that with a little boat level if you wanted, I suppose. But them two there now are the nut height that we were going to follow all the way through, which will then guarantee that our floor is the same height as that. You can do very much the same if you're doing a house extension. What you'd do is you'd punch a hole in the brickwork there and go through, and you'd see the flooring or the joist level and work your way back from there. Or you could use the laser and the staff and put them inside. But it's quick, it's easy, it's cutting out, it's got to come out anyway. So you can see. But I just draw your attention to that. That's in 3 years, look. Now, for all these people that want to paint them or get galvanised, there isn't actually no need. Look, 3 years, and that's the condition. Probably pretty much the same condition as it was when it went in. The OSB, that's solid as well. Membranes, nice and good. You know, everything survived the way it should have done after 3 years. So there you go. And of course your shoe there on your rod. I don't know if David can see that. You can't see that rod under there, can you, David? But the nuts under there, they're zinc plated anyway, and they're as good as the day they were anyway. So we're going to wind these nuts down now. We'll get the staff out and we'll get them all level, and then we can start putting this base on. Right. If you've seen this before, then you'll know how amazing it is. A guy called Ronnie made us this. Well, he made it for himself, actually. I said how good it was, and he offered us it, so we went up and got it off him, and it's absolutely brilliant. So basically what it is, it's stainless steel. It's a massive socket on a rod. He's modified it slightly for us because it just needed a little modification. So he put on the drill now, and it will literally wind them down at breakneck speed, and then when we want to tighten it up, it's a case of just tightening it off like that. Same for reverse as well. It's ridiculously fast, and no doubt somebody's going to get hurt from it. But that's it, it's amazing. Thanks, Ronnie. We've burnt the base. I made some kind of mismeasure on the back here. So what we've done, we've fixed on a bit of 4x2 there to bring it out, because obviously we need this wall to fly through with that wall there. Can you see what I did there, little Davey? I'm 50 mil out on my calculations there for some reason. So we fixed a bit of 4x2 there, just form round shoe, that's fine. Jen's going to infill these bits there. We've also fixed some 4x3 to span this gap here. The floor will sort of screw to there, and that'll be all supported. But you know, you're not actually going to get any foot traffic on there. Thinking about it, what might have been a better option would have been to strip the wall first before we put the rods in. But it's in, it's secure, so we're still good with that. John now has, I'll tell you what he's done. We had a security light up there on a fuse spur, so we've taken the fuse spur off. John's now gone into the double socket behind there. He's pulled off and extended the radial there, so we've got an outside power point. And that 6mm twin and earth up there, which was running across there, is feeding the cooker. So what I've done, I've cut these slate battens back, took all that off, so I now know where the front of my OSB is. So when we come to put our wall on, I'll stand my wall 11mm back. We'll fix our wall there, and our OSB will be in line with that, and then our front of our building will run through true. You can see this one, we did this 3 years ago, so obviously either A, we've not got around to insulating that void there, or B, we decided to insulate to upgrade us at a later date. But you can see there's no impact on that at all, there's no mould, there's no problems there at all, so it's all sort of over-engineered really. So the roof joists are running from this side to the other side. So I think what we may do, we'll probably run our roof joists that way, so that we can have that very small apex on the roof. And still stay under our 2.5, which will give us permitted height. But you can see there, that's the base. It's going to join up there lovely. That wall there where the slate battens are, I'll probably strip them off. We'll probably batten it again a bit tidier and a bit neater, and then we'll slate like that over. No, we won't slate like that over at all. We'll plasterboard it, and that'll be the internal wall. But we'll cut through there as well. So you can see what John's done now. Is that live now, John, yeah? Yeah. That's live, so we've now got an outside power point as well. And what we will do when we've come and built our wall, when we do our radial for this room, we will take that as the first part of the radial and carry on from there. So that's it. We're going to floor it now and maybe possibly get a couple of walls up before we go. Right, so we've got the base in, we've got the walls up now. We've raked the, excuse me, we've raked these walls. Not sure why we did that roof flat way, but we're going to have to marry it up now and follow the roof. So what's going to happen now, they're both going to pitch either side like that. So if you look inside now, the window there, that'll mirror through with the other window. We'll cut the opening just there. And then that's it basically. So it's just an extension of it. I think what we might have to do, we're going to strip this off and see what we can do, because obviously we want it to look nice when it's through. I'll cut that fascia back off there, I'll take the peak trim off, and we'll carry the roof rafters through as well, and we'll get that all insulated, bring up to the same spec. You can see there, Davey, look. We've got that OSB in line with that other OSB, so we've got double batten there and then a cedar, so that'll marry through and it'll all be the same width and depth and all that business. John, you're still on about your magic weight loss. How have you been losing this weight?
Me and our lass have been training on an evening.
So there you go, when you get past a certain age it's a bit of evening training and CMOS as well. Right, so that's it. We are going to finish some, yeah please John, we're going to finish some Hardy VL range. They're your wipes as well, John. So we're going to go back to Pickering tomorrow and get that finished, and then we'll drop back on this at some point next week, I believe now, because it's Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? Right, okay, so please like and subscribe, follow. Thanks for all your input and your support in the raffles. It's going to be a massive one again this week. First, second and third prize, you won't be disappointed with any of them prizes. So stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.